I'm Labour's candidate for Shropshire Council for the Bagley division on next Thursday. And put in a plug, if any of you can come and help us, because it's the most marginal seat there is, all the three main parties within 30 votes of each other, your help would be appreciated, and we will win the seat with help. We've had 7 years of cuts and austerity, a policy that started under the Lib Dem Tory coalition government. And let no one forget, when we hear complaints from the Lib Dems about the cuts and the devastating effect they're having, that the Lib Dems themselves were integral to starting the disastrous cuts policy, as well as the equally disastrous changes to the NHS. These cuts and the NHS changes only passed through Parliament with Lib Dem support. And don't forget that less than 2 years ago, the Lib Dems were in government, happily supporting the Tories. As I said, 7 years of cuts and austerity, driven by the Tories to address problems caused by the rich and greedy, almost without exception backers of the Tory party, but which are being paid for by ordinary people, by those least able to defend themselves, and for whom any cut has a proportionately greater effect. Never forget the bedroom tax. And if the Tories, who are moving further and further to the extreme right, get re-elected in June, with a large majority, we will have more mean and divisive policies, where the rich will get richer and the poor poorer, and the ordinary people poorer. However, it's not sufficient for me to run down the Tories and the Lib Dems. Labour have a very positive alternative. Now, you've had a lot of speeches, so I'm not going to go through the detail, but if you go on the website, 10 pledges, including things like full employment, a national education service. So I'll skip all of those. Secure full employment, a secure homes guarantee, ending the insecurity for private renters, introducing rent controls, and secure tenancies. Security at work, to give people stronger employment rights. Secure NHS and social care, and national education service. Action to secure our environment, to protect the planet. Putting the public back into our economy, bringing the railways back into public ownership. And most important, in my opinion, cutting inequality and wealth, in income and wealth in our society, with a progressive tax system. And an action to secure an equal society. Now, I've spoken about general policies. I want to end with something slightly more personal that I was told the other evening while canvassing in Bagley. I met a young woman who is a teaching assistant. The education cuts mean that her school is having to reduce the hours that the TAs work. We all know the invaluable work that teaching assistants do, supporting teachers, helping children. Now, I didn't quiz this person for her details, but the median salary of teaching assistants is just over £12,000 a year. Now, perhaps Kim Jong-may, the leader who wants no dissent, Mr. Kowinski, Member of Parliament for Shrewsbury and Saudi Arabia, and our other local Tories will explain to me why we're in a situation where a person on that sort of salary has to suffer reductions when they are finding money to waste on free schools and other vanity projects. The only way to oppose vicious Tory policies is to vote Labour in both the local elections and the general election. Thank you all very much for listening.
I thought you'd all gone quiet, actually. You know, you're not